Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn and analyze one more important concept in AWS. Okay, let's say I have three friends, Sai, Tarun and Ajay, and these are like to host. These are also having their own companies and they want to host their servers in AWS. Now they hosted the servers in AWS. First person hosted the servers in AWS. That is, I hosted his 4 servers in AWS. Then Tarun hosted his 4 servers in AWS, and Ajay hosted his 4 servers in AWS. Now, can I say these all servers were looks like in a public space, that is common space in cloud? Yes. These all servers are hosted These all virtual servers are hosted in where public servers, public space in cloud. Now, can I have a question? Let's have a question. If I require, if I require a private space in cloud to host my servers, let's say I asked me, Are Sri, I have my servers, virtual servers, which are hosted in public space in cloud. I have a question, that is, if I require to host, if I require a private space in cloud, if I require private space in this AWS cloud to host my virtual servers, is it possible? Yes. I answered to him as yes. It is possible, Sai. Then he asked me, what do we say that private cloud, where do you host my virtual servers in it? Then I answered him, there is a service called VPC. What is the service? VPC. What is that service full form? He asked me, what is the service full form? Then I immediately respond to him and said, VPC means it's a virtual private cloud. So let me write here VPC. What does this VPC indicates? Virtual private cloud. Okay. What is this virtual private cloud, sir? In this virtual private cloud, we can get a private space in cloud to host our virtual servers. We get a private space to host our virtual servers. Let's say Sai asked me, right? Then we can host all these servers. What are the servers that Sai hosted? That we can put those servers where in a VPC, and we can put Tarun's servers also in a single VPC. Yeah. If Ajay asked me to put all my servers in a particular private space that only logins me only, then we can put that within a particular VPC. This yellow color box indicates a VPC. Okay. So now again, let us see what is VPC. VPC is nothing but it's a private space. It's a private space for you in cloud. It's a private space for you in a cloud where you can host your web servers or database servers or whatever the servers that you are trying that you can host in your data center. Those all can be done in this VPC. So can I call can I call this VPC as my virtual data center? Yes, you can call it as your virtual data center. Why? You can able to do everything that you can do in your data center. In this VPC, you can able to host everything that you can able to host in your data center. So can I call this as data center? Yes. Since it is virtual, we call it as virtual data center. This VPC can be also called as virtual data center because you're hosting all your servers which you can able to host in data center, those all you are hosting in this cloud. So since this is not a physical, we are taking it from cloud, we call it as virtual. So it is becoming, we can also call this VPC as virtual data center. Okay. Now the question is this VPC is regional or global? Is this VPC is regional or global? The answer for the question is VPC is regional. VPC is regional. For a particular region, let's say I want a VPC in Mumbai, then you can able to create a VPC in Mumbai. From that VPC, you can able to create your servers in 1A availability zone, and in Mumbai region 1B availability zone, you can also able to create your servers, and in 1C region also you can able to create your servers by using this VPC. So that's why, since this VPC is available in all availability zones in a single region, we call it as regional level service. VPC is a regional level service. Okay, in a region, how many VPCs at max I can able to create, sir? I can able to create at max 5 VPCs only. We can able to create 5 VPCs only per region. Per region, how many VPCs I can able to create? 5 VPCs. Okay. So let's say I have created my VPC in Sai created his VPC and Tarun also created his VPC. Now they want to communicate. They want data transfer between their servers. Sai want to transfer his data from his server to Tarun's server because Tarun want a project from Sai. So now Tarun requested Sai that, hey Sai, can you share your project data so that it will be very helpful to me? Then Sai accepted the request and Sai want to provide the data to Tarun's VPC server. How is it possible? This is in another VPC and this is in another VPC. Is it possible? First thing, yes. It is possible to share. It is possible to share one VPC data to another VPC data by using VPC pairing. VPC pairing connection. By using VPC pairing connection, we can able to share our data between two VPCs. That means we can able to share our data from one VPC server to another VPC server by using what? VPC pairing connection. By using VPC pairing connection, we can able to share our data from one VPC to another VPC. Okay. Now let's say I've created a new account. I have initially created a new account. Now I log in my account. Now I opened EC2 and I created directly my EC2 instance. I directly created my EC2 instance and I haven't created any VPC. I haven't created any VPC. So does my created server is created under any VPC or in public space in AWS? I'll ask you the question again. Let's say I'm a new user who created my account just today. Immediately just I created my account and now I immediately go to EC2 service which is available in AWS and I created a server from that EC2 service. Now the question is that EC2 instance created in any VPC or any VPC in my account or in a public space in AWS? The answer for this is the VPC must created in the server must created in a VPC, that is default VPC. What is the VPC? Default VPC. Whenever you created your account, AWS will provide you a default VPC per every region. 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 Default VPC per for every region, AWS will already provide you a default VPC. So whenever let's say Sai login for the first time and created his server, then his server, where his server will be present, his server will be created under default VPC. Server will be created under default VPC. So as a new user, if you try to log in and create a VPC, then by default that VPC is created under where? Under default VPC session. So sir, you told us per region we can able to create only 5 VPCs. That means only 5 virtual data centers we can able to create. But you told a default VPC is already present for every region in AWS. Now, how many VPCs that I can able to create per region, sir? You can able to create only 4 VPCs per region. How many VPCs? 4 VPCs only. Now you can have ability to create 4 VPCs per region. So in a region, what are the VPCs we have is one is default VPC, and if you create 4 VPCs, by your own, then those 4 will be present. That's it. Only those VPCs are present. Except those, no VPCs are we can able to create in a single region. Only 5 VPCs only we can able to create in a single region. Okay. Now let's say you are present in your company. Let's say, let me try your company. Let's say this is your company. This is your company. This is your company. And let's say you are present in your company, and let's say this is your server. Let's say this is your laptop. Let's say this is your laptop. Who you are now? Now you are from company. You are a client, let's say. Or you can say you are a owner of your AWS account. You are present in your company. Let's say now, let's say you are present in your company and now you are using AWS to connect to internet. To connect to internet, do you need to have internet? Yes. To connect to this AWS through internet, do you need to have an internet? Yes. So if I want to connect from my laptop to my server, let's say this is for this server I want to connect. To connect to this server, do I require internet? Yes. I must and surely require internet. Via internet only I can able to connect to my server, which is present in where? In my VPC there is a server, I want to connect for it. So by using what you can connect? By using internet only you can connect. Is that internet is dedicated for you or shared internet? This internet is a shared one only, sir. This internet is a shared one only. What is the type of this internet? It's a shared internet. Now let me ask you a question. Okay, let's say shared internet only. Whatever service internet provider may be, that is either Jio or Airtel or any other. Either the internet provider may be Jio or Airtel or whoever may be. Whoever may be, do they provide you a dedicated internet? No, they provide you only shared internet, right? Yes, they provide you only shared internet. So, in shared internet, many users are using that internet with you. Is it right or wrong? Yes. Many users are using the same internet with you. Now, you can tell me, is it safe and secure to connect to AWS? Is it safe and secure to connect to AWS VPC in it to you having servers, right? Is it safe and secure to connect to this AWS servers? No, it is not safe and secure to connect to my servers by using what? Internet connection. Since this internet connection is not safe and secure, this is shared, so it is not safe to connect. Then how companies will secure your internet request? Then how companies will secure your internet request, sir? By using a VPN. Most of the times you learned about it, VPN. How companies will securing their internet is by using a VPN. So what is this VPN? This VPN is a this VPN is virtual private network. Virtual private network. This VPN is virtual private network. What does this VPN says? What does this VPN full form says? This full form only says us that it says that VPN is a private network for you. It's a private network for you. If anyone asks you, how do you connect to, how do you connect from your company, to AWS? How do you connect from your company to AWS? Then what do you need to say? You need to say by using VPN. Is VPN is dedicated internet or shared internet? This VPN also shared internet only. This VPN also is shared internet only. So now to provide high secure, now to provide high security, now companies are expecting, let's say a company is having a need to do military projects or NASA projects. Their projects must be secure, right? Yeah. So to provide that much of security, company is expecting, company is expecting a dedicated connection with AWS. Now company is expecting a dedicated connection with AWS. So is it possible, sir? Can I able to create a dedicated connection between my company and AWS? Yes, you can able to create. So if there is a dedicated connection between your company and AWS, let's say I create a dedicated connection between my company and my AWS. This is the AWS and this is the company. Let's say this black line. This black line indicates what? A dedicated connection. What is this? Dedicated connection between your company and AWS. So there is a dedicated connection which is present in between your company and AWS. Then does internet is needed to connect to AWS from your company? No. So internet is also not needed to connect from your company to AWS. Does internet is needed? No internet is needed. No internet is needed to connect from your company to AWS. No internet is needed. So is your connection is secure now? Yes. Since nobody is sharing nobody is sharing my connection, so I can say my connection is very secure. So what is a service? What is the service in what is the service that AWS is providing for me this for creating this dedicated connection from where my company to where AWS. So what is the service from AWS will provide me this dedicated connection from my company to this AWS. That service is AWS providing us a service. That service is a direct connect. What is that? Let me write it in a big words. What is that? Direct connect. So what is the service that we are using from AWS to create a dedicated connection from my company to AWS directly? Direct connect. In this direct connect, do you require any internet? No. So in this direct connect, do AWS provide you a secure connection from your company to AWS? Yes. So if anybody asks you, how to create a dedicated connection from your company to AWS without having any shared connection, then what is your answer? It's a direct connect. There is a service called direct connect where it can provide me to connect my company and AWS directly. So what is this direct connect, sir? It is a service from AWS where you can use this and provide a lease line connection. What is that? Lease line connection between your company and AWS. What is the type of connection that you are able to create from this direct connect? Lease line connection. So let me write it here. Lease line connection. So by using this direct connect, what is the type of connection that you are creating? Lease line connect, that is this lease line type of connection that you are creating between your company and AWS. Now this connection is dedicated for you or it's a shared one? It's a dedicated connection. Okay. So by using this direct connect, you can able to connect your company and AWS directly. So since we are using a dedicated connection, it is costly for us. Yes, it costs us very high. Approximately how much, sir? Approximately $17,000 per month. Approximately how much, sir? For this direct connect, we need to pay AWS approximately $17,000 per month. How much? Approximately $17,000 per month. If you want this direct connect, then you need to pay approximately $17,000 per month for AWS for this direct connection. Okay, so this direct connect is this much costly, right? Then when do we use this direct connect, sir? When we are doing a projects which are needed to have high secure projects, then we need to create this direct connect. Sir, can you provide some examples? Yeah, of course. If you can see military projects or NASA projects such type of projects. These are some examples only, etc. In these cases, we need a dedicated connection between our company and AWS for high security. For what? High security. We use this direct connect. So this is all about a concepts about. These are the all concepts about a VPC. So I hope you understood the VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, in AWS. So if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. So I hope you understood this video again. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye.